Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm spiritual medium Kellee White, and today is December 9th. And welcome to Ask Me Anything. Hi, Mitzi Carruthers. Oh my God, your alarm went off. And I am going to answer your question about your handsome hubby. And she's coming all the way from Zimbabwe. I mean, really, go you. That's really sweet of you to do that, Mitzi. And I'm going to actually answer your question first, honey. Hi, Renee Martinez. How are you? Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tracy. Oh, so sweet. Um, holding on with white knuckles for the December ride. Frankly, it's a great idea. Hi, Dee. Oh my gosh. Hi, Karen. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting a lot of orbs, Karen. Hi, Sandra from Iowa. How's this weather, right? It's cold. Is it muggy where you are? Just like cold? It's very cold here where I am in Wisconsin. But it hasn't snowed. It's the weirdest thing ever. Hi, Steve from Pennsylvania. Hi there. Hi, Donna. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Sue Lopeman. Howdy doody. Speaking of howdy doody, has anybody been watching Yellowstone? I know I ask that every week. I just want to know if everybody else is watching it. It's so damn good. If you're not watching it, oh, you want to talk about dysfunctional families. It's right up there. Hi, Kim Ann. Hi, Linda. Hi, Fern. Can I help you remove a negative portal in my home? Oh, sweet. You said love you. That's very sweet. Um, I don't do negative portals. I don't actually. I do, you can do sage, you can open up the windows, you can change your attitude. There's a lot of things that can go on, and I don't actually do that work, but keep your attitude positive. Hi, Patty. Hi, Jean. Hi, Susan. Well, I want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Lori Counts. Hi, sweetheart. She's saying hi to you, Renee. Hi, Marge from Canada. Hi, Shilpi Sharma. Oh, very sweet. And I'm going to answer your question too, because Shilpi, I know you had a question about your son who had passed, if he's coming back to this to have a baby with you, to be your baby. And I don't have the answer to that. Sometimes souls do come back when you've lost a child. Sometimes they do come back, and sometimes they stay there as an angel. It's all up to the soul. So I can't answer that, but I do know that he's around you. I do know that. So, oh, hi, Rebecca from Brisbane, Australia. Wow, this is so great. And I had chills, by the way, Shilpi, as I said that. So I know he's definitely one of your guardian angels here. But let's start talking about the astrology for what's going on now. And then I'm going to do a lot of cards today, so it'll go kind of fast. But I do want to talk about some really important aspects that we're going into right now in this month of December 2021. This is a powerful month. And as Tracy said, put on your seatbelt. This brings a great deal of change. I was really thinking a lot about, I think last week, somebody, and I don't remember who it was, asked me about, is every year difficult? And I said this last week and I'm going to say it again. I really give that question a lot of thought. And here's what it feels like to me. It feels like maybe from 2015 on, or probably earlier, probably way earlier, but it felt like everything, imagine a giant ship all of a sudden making a turn, and it takes a long time to make this turn. And then we're eventually going to get to the other side of where we're supposed to be. But I feel that every year in the next several years are about this big turns and big changes that we all are going to have uh, in our lifetime. And I think it's about ultimately bringing heaven closer to earth and earth closer to heaven, in a good way. I really feel that very strongly, that we're all here to do our really good work, to help others, to learn compassion, to learn kindness, to break away from traumas and all of that. And I think particularly this month we have coming up, it's another opportunity to release some traumas. Actually, it's a really good time for that. But I want to start with this. On December 11th, so today's the 9th, so in 2 days, that what makes it Saturday, right? Venus, the planet of love, conjuncts Pluto. So Venus is it's all about love. It's about friendship. It's about relationships, and it's going to conjunct Pluto 3 times. And that means next to it. And Pluto is this real intense hidden planet that's very intense. And so on December 11th, I think that that is going to be a very intense day, frankly, because it's exact conjunction on that day, on the 11th. And I think that maybe it's about, unprocessed feelings that come up, or maybe some uncomfortableness that comes up that needs to be released in the terms of relationships. Okay, so I think that that is going to be kind of an intense day, the 11th. Um, Another day that it is also going to be an intense day with Venus conjunct Pluto is on Christmas. So it might be a very intense day with families. It may be a very intense day with hidden things coming out. The other thing that it brings up the energy of being a little bit paranoid of things. It could bring up that kind of paranoid anxiety. So just as if you watch the show on Monday, Renee was teaching us about meditation and mantra, and maybe this is a great week for going in and doing the mantra that we did on Monday's show. It'd be really good to keep everybody in a calm state, as much peace as you can have, because there's going to be some trigger points this month, and the 11th would be one. The 18th, Venus goes retrograde, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So there's a lot of things to do with relationships, right? This month is all about relationships, a lot about relationships here. So on December 13th, Mars goes into Sagittarius, and that might make things pretty intense also, and it might be explosive. Mars, planet of war and anger and all of that. When it goes into Sagittarius is free-minded. I'm going to do what I want, and so there could be some issues on that day. The same day, on December 13th, Mercury, the fastest moving planet, goes into Capricorn, and that actually is going to help us, believe it or not, think clearly on a lot of things. There's a lot of practicality this month, but there's also a lot of intensity this month. Okay. But on the December 18th, and we're already in the shadow period of this, Venus goes retrograde in Capricorn for a very long time, 40 days. It's very unusual. It's very, very unusual. It's going to help us kind of look at our self-worth. It's going to go into practical things about our relationships. The theme is going to be about relationships, and it's in Capricorn, and that the theme of that are traditions and family values. And remember, we've got Christmas coming up, so you might be looking at your family like, is this my family? I don't think so. I want nothing to do with them. It might be that type of Christmas. But remember, you chose your family to learn something. You all chose each other to learn something. If you can, and I've been saying this for weeks now, observe at family members and people with detachment. Oh, that's how they are. Okay. All right. Observe with detachment. I think that's going to make a big deal, in everything. And this actually, for long-term relationships and for healthy relationships, I should say, this is a great time to make plans. It's a great time to make plans for the future. And also, this is a really wonderful time if to watch and think about this for a moment. If you have had love trauma bonding in a love relationship. So trauma bonding is where you have a lot of trauma, the other person has a lot of trauma, and you bond on that note. Maybe you have different traumas, but or similar even. Maybe both parents were alcoholics, and I used to think, and I said this on Monday's show, that two negatives would make a positive, and not necessarily. If there's too much trauma if both people have a lot of trauma, both people need to do their own work This is a great time to do your own work in trauma. Okay, there's a really good time to break those old patterns. A really good time for that. So on Monday, I'm going to talk about. There's still so much astrology to talk about. Oh my God, there's a full moon on December 19th in Gemini that we're going to talk about. But the biggest aspect of the year, the biggest aspect is on December 23rd and 24th. And that's where Saturn squares Uranus for the third time. And that is a powerhouse period of time. It's Saturn is the old, Uranus is the new. It's going to be a very intense time, I think, going into 2022, actually. So I think it's going to be pretty intense. And Mitzi, I wanted to answer this question because your husband's birthday is December 24th. So anybody whose birthday is, say that even the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, that's a real powerful uh, time for change for this person. And Mitzi, I'm specifically thinking of your husband because his birthday is right on that day, and it's like the changing of the guard. It's different belief systems. So there would be a lot of change if you are born during that time. I'm going to say expect a lot of change in your life. I think it's going to be a busy time. So anyway, I've had to, and on Monday I'll talk more about some more aspects of everything because there's just so much. And now I want to say something to Susie Wright. Susie, hi Susie. I want to say I'm so sorry for the loss of your beloved grandson. I got a message for you earlier and it just came to me while I was getting ready for the show, and it was about to tell his parents that he's with a grandmother on that side. I'm not sure if it's a grandmother or a great grandmother, but he's with a grandmother on that side, and that he's really happy that he did his work here. And I have chills as I'm saying that. He's very happy that he's did his work here while he was here, which was to open up everybody's heart. So he's really, really proud of that he opened up everybody's heart. Okay, Susie, I just want you to know that. And I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a card. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use 3 decks today. And Renee Hounslow, you had asked the question. It was a great question. Can you use different decks? Yeah, you can use different decks. You can use whatever you want. Can you do this every day? Sure. Absolutely. There's no rhymes or reason. Just follow your heart and your gut and your intuition of how you want to do this. But today we're going to use James's. I don't know if you could see this because of my light. My lights are too bright. My lights are too bright. Anyway, talking to heaven. Talking to heaven. I love these cards. And so, Susie, I'm going to pull a card from you. And so these are cards that James made to give messages from the other side. And they're really wonderful cards if you don't have these. They're a beautiful set and they just really mean a lot. But the first one, Susie, is for you from your grandson. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. Oh, gosh. I am standing right next to you. Okay, that's for you, Susie. Really, you're in my heart. So just know he is right there with you, honey. So anyway, I went, hi, Ardelia. So people love these cards. These are really good. So, and I want to also, I want to answer this question. Marissa Labont said, hi, Kellee. This Christmas seems more triggering than in the past. I'm missing loved ones. It's tough, but your weekly show with the counsel and insights have been really helpful. Oh, thank you. This Christmas does feel more triggering, you know? It does feel a little more triggering actually, and I think it is. I think the intensity of this period of time we're in of not knowing, we were hoping to be out of this of COVID. I think it's gonna we've got a long time ahead of us. I don't want to even say that, but I do. I think we have a new normal, whatever the new normal is going to look like. That's what I feel like with this. I think this is a little more triggering here. Hi, David Vigiano. Hi, Kellee. You know about my new house? Yes, I do. I closed over a month ago and still have not started the renovations because of many delays with contractors and paperwork. Looks like I may get started finally next week. Question: will I be done and moved in by February 1st? That's my goal, and I'm manifesting that. I bet you do. You know, I remember you bought that house with all those planets in retrograde, particularly Mercury. Remember that? Whenever that happens, there's always a delay. I don't care what. There's always a delay to screw it up. But yeah, I think you probably will. And, just set that intention. I do think that. I do think that. Kathy Dziniak, I'm not saying your name right, and I totally I'm sorry, apologize for that, Kathy. It's been a long day. I can't seem to get that one. But I'm going to give you a card, and this is also from James's deck, Talking to Heaven. And this says, "Believe in yourself. You can do it." And I'd like to actually tell this to everybody because this is the greatest time to let go of any idea that you weren't good enough or you weren't this enough or you couldn't do that because of this reason and you have an excuse for everything. No, jump right in. Take what we call a leap of faith. This is the time to do it. If not now, when? This is the time. You're not too old to do things. I mean, I went back to graduate school when I was 52. When I moved to a farm in Wisconsin, everybody was like, in LA, I have to say, said, "You're never going to work again." I'm like, really? Have you met me? I don't think so. So don't let anybody's stuff get onto you. Okay, just go for whatever your heart desires and go for it. This is definitely the time to do it. Um, so let's see. Bridget Wagner says, "Missing my deceased mom this holiday season." Oh, honey, I think we're all missing our moms this season. Particularly if you had a good one, even if you had a bad one. You know, but Bridget, this is for you, honey. Oh, I don't know what this means, but this is interesting. I had to leave that way. So perhaps it was a little harder time for her when she left. Perhaps that's it. I'm not sure, but that. And I still have some. And a Heidi Van Brunt Pearson. No, Heidi. I went to Mexico with Heidi. Gosh, Heidi, how long ago was that? Like 3 years ago, 2018, I think. No, yeah, I think it was 2018. Um, and so I'm going to give you a little forecast for your grandson, and his birthday is August 8th, and he was born in 2008. And I'm going to say this. Here's his forecast. When we get to January, really going to be an interesting time for him because he's going to be a 3 in numerology that year. And he will be able to be extremely creative. I would say allow him to be as creative as possible because his heart is going to need that. It's like a lot of healing of trauma happens. And it's a really good year for him. I think he gets a tremendous amount of self-confidence during the year. So I just wanted to say that. Um, Okay. So Shipley Sharma says, "Hello, Kelly, ma'am. I'm from India. I contacted you to talk my son through mediumship, who passed away at the age of 10. I'm so sorry. I'm feeling alone as he has not come into my dreams nor given me any sign that he is with me. Please, I want to give him birth again. Um, he could come as my son." And I was saying that's what I answered at the beginning of the show, Shipley. I don't know. A soul has their own decisions to make. He might come. He may come work as an angel. He may come right by you to be there with you. But let's get you a card, okay? So I don't know one way or the other if they come on that. It's a good question, though. He just may, because I know he knows. Oh, this is interesting. Here's your card. The earth is our school. So he came here to be in school. So he may come back to go to school again. He may. That's very interesting. He might do that. He may do that. But make sure you're still loving yourself and the other souls around you, okay? Because it's really important too. Okay, Lori Clark says, "Can I pull a card from you?" Yes, I am, Lori. Here you go, honey. This is from Talking to Heaven. And this is, "Now I have no pain." So maybe a loved one had left, before they left, they would have been in pain. But the answer is, now they have no pain. So that's really good to know. Oh, she suffered a lot. Is that what you said, Bridget? Um, where did I just saw that, but I don't know where it went now. She suffered a lot, so I do believe it was her time given her health issues. Okay. I completely got her saying I had to leave that way. Okay, good. Okay. Anne Margaret says, and I love you, Anne Margaret. What can I say? "Help, Kelly. I've had no heat in 2 days." Oh, what a drag. That's awful. Sounds like what happened in Texas. "And my lights blew because I plugged in an electric heater 5 minutes ago. I don't even know what to say. And I'm cold and dark in my house. What the heck is happening to me?" Are you kidding me? I just fixed the fuse. So I have your show on. Oh my God. Well, I'm not sure what's happening, but let's get you a car. Let's get a message for you, honey. We're going to get a message from James's cards, messages from the guides. Let's see what the guides have to say. I wonder what you're learning here, because that's a big one right there. I mean, just to have that. I hate when that happens, but I'm not sure. I think the universe is just going wonky. Hmm. I don't know if this is a joke, but be of service? Or maybe it meant to say call for service. That's how I would interpret that. Call for service. That's what I would do. I think your dad's getting a kick out of that one. Um, I do. I think he's really laughing about this. Okay, so Martine Maeve, and her birthday is December 22nd. And Martine, I want to say this to you again, and that's my grandson's birthday. The 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, those days will have tremendous change for 2022 and going forward. And I think James and I can't remember, a week from this Monday, we're going to be doing a show on talking about what we feel is ahead for 2022. So you'll have to pay attention to that, because we'll give some interesting information, I'm sure, for that. But on December 22nd, and that makes you a Nine of Hearts. So Nine of Hearts is here to help others, take a spiritual path into certain things, close certain things. But here's a card, honey, for you. And this is for Martine. And this is, I am with the rest of the family. I am with the rest of the family. So I hope that brings you some peace here. 'Cause you never know. Um, okay. Kim Ann says, would love a card. I lost one of the most wonderful person in the world a month ago. Such a giving person. Thinking of her more and more. I'm sorry that, Kim, that you had to have that experience. I noticed that there are a lot of souls exiting right now. I think it's the intensity of, is gearing up again. And with these two eclipses, they were portals for people to leave. But here's a card from her, and it says, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. I'm not sure what she means by that. But think about that for everybody. If I'd only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. I mean, we can all use that message. It's a great message. I mean, start living the life that you are meant to be while you're here. Really. And if I had known now, I would have worried less. Often I get that when I do readings for people. Often they will tell me that. So Steve Kanicki says, I would love a card. I'm an artist, musician, writer. Well, artist, musician, writers, my favorite types. What can I say? So January 22nd is a Five of Diamonds. And so Five of Diamonds is always surrounded by angels, and they're wildly creative. So I can totally understand that. But let's give you a card from your guides. I don't know. I was just guided to give you a card from your guides. And that card is, no, wrong one. Sorry about that. Hold on a minute. I had already done those cards. Okay. Choose love over fear. Choose love over fear. And that is one of the reasons we actually incarnate, is to learn that there's no such thing as fear. Hi, Amy Sloan. I'm going to give you a card, Amy, one of my favorite people in the world. And I'm going to give you a card from the other side. So let's see what this says for you, Amy. Oh, Amy, I'm going to cry. We will be together again. I know that means something to you, honey. Okay. And for people who've lost children, please know you will be together again with them. Please know that. I know this for a fact. You will be together again. Okay. Um, let's see here. So let's see. There's so many questions. Okay, Trisha L. Hi, Keely. Even I just read that, Keely. And I know my own name. I just had a birthday on December 5th. Can I have a card, please? Yes, I'm going to give you a card from James's card from Messages from the Guide. And I just want to say this, Trisha, because your birthday was December 5th, you're going to have a major change too, because you were right at that eclipse point, which was December 4th. So expect a lot of change. And let's see, this card from your guide says express your feelings. So you're a king of clubs, and a king of clubs comes in, they've got to express themselves constantly, actually. And the other thing that you would be, you think like a male, so you can outthink anybody, and you can be, you're very, very psychic. And I bet you this year helps lift you into a more psychic work, or something that you're doing to help others and to make a difference in the world, because that's what you incarnated about. Okay, so I hope that helps. I'm kind of going back and forth because people sent me a bunch of cards. Okay, so this is for Halia Salome Roca. Halia Salome Roca, and her birthday is on April 23rd. And April 23rd is, normally I can do this by memory, but it's a Jack of Clubs. But I can't today because I worked all day. Jack of Clubs is all about very male also. They're always here for service. They're always here for service. And I have a sense that you had lost. So I'm going to give you a card from the other good. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. And boy, this is for everybody. I couldn't say it better myself. Life is a series of choices. My daughter always says to me, I don't know why she says this to me. I should have been saying this to her, but she always says, Mom, make good choices. I don't know. Somehow our roles got reversed there. But the truth is, make good choices and be as conscious of your life every moment. Okay. It's everything. Karen Eckford says, can I have a card? Yes, I'm going to give you a card from the other ones from Messages from the Guides. And that is, ooh, I love this. This is for everybody too. Have an attitude of gratitude. Boy, does gratitude get us far in life. It just does. They always say this. If you guys know the difference between an IQ and an EQ, so an IQ is the measurement of our intelligence, but an EQ is the measure of our emotional quotient. And more people will get hired with a higher EQ than an IQ, because high EQ means you have compassion and understanding, and you're helpful and you're kind, and you get people and you listen. It's a different thing. I'd rather take the EQ than the IQ, although IQ is important, but the EQ is really, really important here. So I just had to say that. Okay. Okay. Oh, Renee Bear King. So 127. Pull a card for me, please. Adjusting to my life in SD. Is that San Diego or South Dakota? Very big difference. But wherever you are, as a retired educator, I'm going to give you a card, honey. Definitely. So 127. So January 27, you're also a king of clubs. You know, you a female, but you think like a male. And educator, totally. King of clubs comes in to teach, no doubt. So oh, this is interesting. Learn from your mistakes. I'm not sure what that means here, but learn from your mistakes. Okay, I think we can all learn from our mistakes. You don't have to dwell on them. Well, she did something really, really not good, but you don't have to dwell on them, but just learn from it, you know. Pam Orsini Disareth. Okay, money and job. So your birthday is 8/31/56. So 8/31 is an 8 of hearts, my mother's birthday. Power in love, they call this, the emotional power. And often I find that therapists that are 8 of hearts, therapist or something along that line here. And I'm just going to go quickly with this because when we get to January, it's going to be a 6 world. Yeah, our world is going to be a 6 because it's 2022. It's a 6 if you add those up. And I would add 6 to the 4. It's 10 and 8 and 9. So it's going to be a completion for you, Pam, going into January, more of a completion year of things. And that could include finding the job of your life that you think you settled into. It could bring money. Nines are really powerful times, actually. So I bet you it's a good year for you. I do. Um, okay. So let's see. Wendy Leslie, my birthday is 8/24. Wondering what you can tell me. Tired looking it up and playing cards and found no help. So you are an 8/24. August 24th is a two of clubs. So two of clubs comes to partner. They come to get through fear. They actually, the underlying theme of a two of clubs is about fear and moving through fear and having faith. It's all about having faith. So let's get a card for you. Here you go, which is, here you go. Live your bliss. Live your bliss now. By the way, everybody can do this. Live your bliss now. I like that card. Okay, so what was Renee? I know you just put something up here. Courtney Red Eye. Hi, Courtney. I would so appreciate a message of clarity or anything about the upcoming year. Feeling confused. Your birthday is 10/4/88. Okay, so October 4th, which is a five of diamonds. Five of diamonds is always surrounded by a ton of angels. Always surrounded by a ton of angels. And I am going to give you a card from your guides too here. So let's give you this. Love is your energy. I'm going to say surround yourself with your kids, your family, and a lot of love going forward. And because you will find your direct mission. I really believe your mission is to help children or with children or something with children. You'll find your mission. It just may not be clear yet because you're still building your life. You know, a lot of times it takes a while to build a life and then we get into our mission. It all depends. Okay. Miss Jade, hi Kelly. I love your shows with James. So excited to be here. Well, hi, Missy Jade. Nice, thank you, honey. I'm going to get a card for you, and this is a good one. Death is an illusion, but it's the truth. It's such an illusion. Death is an illusion. I know that we physically lose our loved ones, and I know I've lost a few, several, and it's always painful. But it is an illusion. We will see them again. I promise we'll all see again. We definitely will. Carissa Carrington. Hi, Carissa. Hi, Kelly. Due to politics and COVID, etc., it seems like our communities are so unsettled and at odds. Is that the truth? I mean, did any of us ever believe this could happen? Now, David, I know you're listening because you remember when I said 2020. Oh, we're going to get in it. It makes me kind of laugh. But will this improve in 2022? No, no, I don't think so at all. It's the description I'm using is as this ginormous ship that's like turning like this. Okay, so we still have a lot of stuff to get out of the weeds here, a lot of stuff, and I feel that when we get because of these aspects in December, it makes for January and February, and frankly, 2022 is going to be pretty intense. I really feel that. I think that some people will thrive, really, truly, and some people will have a little harder time with it. But as far as things still broken up, yeah, unfortunately, honey, I do think it's still, it takes a lot. A lot has to happen before we can fix everything. But we all wanted to be here during this time of great change. That's what they call it on the other side. They call it great time, great change. Um, yeah, Bridget says, I agree. I think we're in this big change for a while yet. Yeah, it's a truth. Jean says, thank you. I love to see your shows. My birthday is 3/19. So 3/19, March 19th, is a four of diamonds. We call the four of diamonds Ford trucks. Now, four of diamonds always gets very spiritual towards the second half of their life. Listen, if you're spiritual earlier on, that's great, but always in the second half because ultimately, and they always have long lives. Ultimately, you're here to do a spiritual work. Often, I find them from a corporate life going into teaching yoga. So let me get a card for you, honey, which is this is for everybody. Follow the golden rule. Just be kind, be nice, be good, be thoughtful. Don't be judgmental. Everybody's going through their own stuff. Everybody. Again, and I'm going to say this several times observe with detachment. Observe with detachment. Linda Miller, I now have my late father's dog and he is whining and barking. I have to say that, wait a minute, he is whining and barking right at this moment. Oh my gosh. Well, let's get a card from your dad then. Okay. Linda, we're going to get a card from your dad, which is Hmm. There is no time where I am. Time is only on the earth. Hmm. Well, I'm not sure what he means, but I bet he's having a big kick out of the dog right now, whining. And your birthday is on July 16th, and July 16th is a Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs is highly intuitive. They worry all the time. So, if I can say anything, um, good meditation would be great to calm you and your dog down, your dad's dog. Pay attention. I bet your dad is right there with him. Hi, Renee Hounsel. Hoping 2022 brings another Roots of Healing course. Oh, thank you. Yes, we're actually going to do one we're doing one with a woman named Lenore, and forgive me for forgetting her last name at this moment. And it's going to be a four-part uh, situation where we're talking about trauma and healing trauma. So it would be Dr. Shirley, Carrie, Gonia, Lenore, and me. And we're going to be doing this whole thing. I think it's in April, but I don't have the exact date. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing in, I think, April again, my April, I think, maybe it's March or April, is I'm doing a class with Prajna Avalon, and we're going to be talking about we're going to do a class on Atlantis and Lemuria, and that would be real interesting too. So there's going to be a lot of trauma work that we all do this year. We have a lot of things coming up. So just know that. Okay, Carrie Kilburn, Luke, I feel so distracted from everyone and everything and everyone. My birthday is 4/19. Now, Carrie, why is that, honey? Oh, this is a funny time. I mean, you feel so disconnected. Well, let's get you a message here from your guides. I'm sorry that you feel disconnected, but 4/19, April 19, is a two of diamonds. So I know you've got to partner up. Twos always have to partner with somebody, even if it's a good friend. They always have to partner up. And I bet you if you were creative, you would start to feel connected again because two of diamonds comes into create. Often, some of my greatest designers are two of diamonds. So think like that. But here's a card from your guides, and this is they do have a good sense of humor. I have to say, your guides are funny. Worry is a wasted emotion. I think that says everything. Get to work. It's so true. If I could go back and change one thing in my life, it would be to worry a heck of a lot less. When I was younger, I worried a lot. I don't worry anymore. I just kind of grew out of that stage, I think. Honestly, I think I just grew out of it. Um, so D Potenza says, I always look so forward to Mondays and Thursdays. Thank you. So many family issues lately. It's overwhelming for an empath. I'm wondering if it's just divine timing or what. My birthday is 7/12/84. Um, there are going to be a lot of family issues this year, next year, the period that we're in. It makes us all look at our families differently. Mm, You're going to use lots of lenses when you're with your family. You can use a lens of trauma. Was this one abused? Is this one using alcohol? What is going on? You can use it as a therapy lens. You can use it as a spiritual lens, but view each one from your heart to look at them. Some people can make a change in their life, and some people are limited in this lifetime. I know God is limitless, but some people just continue down this road of unconsciousness. And it is always flooring to me how unconscious some people are. Okay. But let me give you a card. And 7/12, July 12th, is a three of diamonds. Diamonds tend to worry, but they're also very big artists in the world and writers and musicians. And some of the most famous people in the world are three of diamonds. But it's a hard life path. And your card is to D, inspire others. Inspire others. I think that's a great thing. And this is a great question too. I had a couple of really good questions on here. But hold on a second. Let me just get this one. Um, Tracy asked, oh no, this is first time before I go there. Karen Bennett, I wanted to answer this. She said, hi Kellee, I set my intentions and I'm working on a book with my incredible signs and love for my late husband. Do you see anything around this? Yes, I do. I know you're going to do a book on those incredible orbs, on the incredible everything that I know you're going to do something like that. I just know it. And your husband has left you so many signs. It's unbelievable. And this is the great time. If you haven't already, everybody, set your intentions for what do you want to do and then start taking action on it. Whether you want to be a therapist, go back to school. You want to be an artist, start painting, or anything. You want to write, start doing it, because the world's going to be crazy anyway. Just do your thing. Don't let any of it stop you. Okay, just continue to do your thing. And I'm going to give you a card from your loved one, honey. I know your husband had passed. And this says, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. Ooh, I like that. And James always talks about that. It's really true. So just know your husband is active and he's always around you. That is true. And another question I wanted to answer is from Tracy Hildreth. Hi, Tracy. You said if someone is missing, how do you feel, or do you get a hit if you don't know if they are dead or alive? If you're not supposed to repeat the request for communication and just be open, is it okay to ask for a location or information, or is that pushing the energy away? No, you can certainly do that. I mean, I guess often I'll just feel an energy about it. I don't specialize in lost people that are lost or past or lost, I should say. But sometimes I'll get a real hard hit on it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a psh, and I'll know that they're on that side. So that's if that answers the question. I don't know. Linda Miller, her birthday is 7/16, so July 16, which is another Queen of Clubs. So Queen of Clubs again, they very psychic, worry a lot, but they know everything. You always want to have a Queen of Clubs around you because they're going to tell you what to do. They're going to have the answers. They're going to know. They're going to do it. This. Oh, Frank Sanchez. I would love a card. A chef writer. Now that's my heart and soul right there. I honestly, if I didn't do this, I would. I was a chef. I would love to be a chef writer. And somehow, this life, I couldn't do it because this came in. It's the damnedest thing. But boy, do I love that. So let's get you a card. So May 22nd, which actually makes you a true Taurus, which makes great chefs, by the way. May 22nd is a 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs comes to teach and write. So you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. So let's get a card from the deck of messages from the guides. Oh, here we go. Possess self-confidence. Oh, I love that. I love that. And thank you for sharing that you're a chef and a writer. I just think that's the greatest thing ever. I really love that. Okay, Karen Eckford, I need a new tribe. Well, you might need a new tribe. I'm not sure if 95.8, I'm not sure what that means exactly. If it's 9/5, September 5th, you may need a new tribe. Well, this is a great year to get a new tribe as we go into 2022. This is the year to do it. Yeah, 5/8. Oh, so okay. So February 5/8, May 8th. May 8th is a Jack of Diamonds. Oh, you have an energy for life. You can head on out and start getting a new tribe. I love that. Okay, Kellee Burns, October 8th, 1975. October 8th. October 8th is an Ace of Diamonds. Ace of Diamonds is often about work and money, or work and money and love. It's kind of hard to have them both when you're an Ace of Diamonds. Ace of Diamonds can really cut to the core of anything in business. They're usually sharp as a tack, and no, it can smell money. Never seen anything like it with an Ace of Diamonds. So Maria Carpe Diem says, "Hi, Kellee. Would love a card for my career in 2022." All right, let's see. You know what? Okay, got so many decks here, but let's hear with James. I'm not sure what this means, but lead by example. Not sure what that is, but your birthday, lead by example for 2022. So maybe do what you want to do and lead everybody in by example there. Maybe that would be it. Okay, I'm trying to find my purpose, Susan Eubank says 10/11. Thank you so much. So on October 11th is a Jack of Clubs. So your purpose is to be creative, to help others. Definitely Jack of Clubs comes in to help others, to be creative, to help. Often I find them as therapists or nurses or doctors or something in the healing profession. That's usually what I find for that for 1011. Okay, I hope that helps. And it's never too late to go back and do any of this. And in fact, James on his website, on James Van Prague, on his mystical arts, he's got all kinds of spiritual classes that anybody can take. Great classes. Okay, Amy Augustine, do you think February will be safe for airplane travel? My dogs have been whining this past hour too. My dogs have been really good. I'm really happy about that. So let's see. Do I think February will be safe for airline travel? That's a good question. I'd like to say yes. I'd like to say yes. I think we're still going to be traveling. I do. I do. I'm going to say yes on that. And it's not that I'm hesitant. It's just I know that the energies in December are going to carry over into January and February, and it's kind of an intense time. But yeah, it's safe to travel. Just go. I would do that. Um, okay, Daryl Perkowski Cunningham. I love listening to you. Anything for me, 525, 1951. So May 25th is a seven of clubs. So seven of clubs is always about spirituality. All sevens are about spirituality. You have to actually get to a special place where you let go of negative self-talk, because seven of clubs comes in with a negative self banter almost. Um, and they, often some of them turn to drugs and alcohol just because of that banter. I don't get that sense with you, Daryl, but I'm going to give you a card from a loved one. Okay, a message from a loved one, which is, okay, you guys are going to crack up. I am surrounded by loving animals. I am surrounded by loving animals. Maybe this is why all these dogs are howling. How funny is that? And for all of you that have lost pets, please know that they're with your loved ones on that side. Okay. Please know that. That's a really good one. Um, how do I share? Hi, Susie. How do I share this show with my daughter? I would love for her to receive Tyler's message. Well, you can watch this again on YouTube. It's on YouTube or on Facebook, actually. It's on both. Okay. So don't worry about that. Missy Jade, thank you, Kelly, for pulling a card for me. You're so welcome. Can I please ask if the card relates to my birthday? I'm sorry, I am newbie. I don't think when I pulled your card, I did your birth date. So no, I don't think that one did. Okay, Melania Stan. Hi, Melania. My mom is 3/3, 1946, and she is all alone in my home country. Can I please have a card? Absolutely. Okay, so your mom is March 3rd. So March 3rd is a Jack of Spades, and Jack of Spades is one of what we call one of the deep cards. It's really deep in spirituality often, and very creative, but very old school, very old belief systems there. But they come often, well, they're all about spirituality. I'm going to assume she's either very religious, or usually I find it with a lot of religion and something like that. But let's get her a card. And this is from the messages from the loved ones. It is beautiful where I am. It is beautiful where I am. Okay. So make sure she knows that her loved one is telling her it's okay. It's beautiful where they are. I get a sense that a husband there. Okay. So let's see. Okay, Sarah von Vonderen. I like that name. I would love a card. So you're 1223. So again, December 23rd, going right into that square of Saturn and Uranus. And that is going to be some big, bold time. I'm going to say that. So expect change. And let's get a card from your message, from your guides. Thoughts create your reality. So keep your thoughts how you want your life to be. So keep in the positive affirmations. As you may want to watch or rewatch the show on Monday night that our producer Renee did with us. It was fantastic because he talked about mantra, and this would be a great time for mantras. A great time for that. Melania says, I worry all the time. Yeah, I think it was Renee said that if you go to Deepak Chopra's website and there's a place to get your own personal mantra, that might be helpful for you. Um, Karen says she overthinks. Yeah, a lot of people do. So Ann Tiro Fryer says, what do I see for you? Your date of birth is 8/23. So 823 is very psychic. That's James's birthday, by the way. It's a three of clubs. Three of clubs either worries or they create, and they're psychic. They're known as the psychic writers. They also do really well with business, but there's often, if they're not doing something creative, they worry. So let me get a message your guides, okay? And it says, I love this one. Patience is a virtue. It's true. It's true. Here is very patient, but it is a virtue. Okay, Ray Testa. Hi, Ray. My husband passed away the end of June. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Is his soul here with me? Is he proud of how I'm handling my life without him? Does my husband have any specific message to share with me? Let me just tune in for that for a second. Oh, yeah. He's always with you, actually. And I want to salute. I just feel like there's a salute here going. Either he salutes you or he was in the service or showing me something like that. Ray, he's definitely with you, honey. I'm going to get, and I have chills everywhere. I'm going to give you a card, okay, from him. Oh, you'll love this. I feel healthy and happy. That should bring you a lot of peace, okay? And your birthday is July 17, and July 17 is a Jack of Clubs, which can bring too much worry. Just know that he's really proud of you, loves you to death, and he'll be there when it's your time to go. Okay, honey? So just know that. Okay. Susie Wright, my daughter's baby, our birthday is 11/11. Do I have a card for her? So that November 11th, that's a big one. All those 11s, 11/11 is a big one. So let's get a card. Let's get a card for her again from messages, okay, from the loved ones. I have no more earthly worries, and that I hope calms her down because I know her son doesn't want anybody to worry. Okay? Make sure she gets that. All right, sweetheart. Make sure she does. Yeah, I have chills too, Aaron. Joanne Barkley, my mom will be gone 5 years on December 15th. Any messages from her? Well, let's get a card. I got chills, Joanne. I think she loves the work you do. And I know she's going to be around you, particularly around Christmas time. And she says, oh, this is interesting. I don't know if this is for you, but she says, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Was there any, I don't know, difficulty with her? Was there some sort of thing? Often souls on the other side, when they do a life review, many times they'll say, please forgive me. I'm sorry if I was this way, or if I'm sorry if I was that way. I find that a lot with husbands, boyfriends, children, and mothers. So I wonder if that could be it, honey. Okay. He was in the service. Thanks, Ray, because he went like this. It's my sign. As a medium, you get to learn certain signs when they come to you with, and that there's been a lot of vets that have in my readings that have come through in this last week, and it's only Thursday. Elise Muriel Rodriguez, 2/2/1995. I would love a card. I'm confused with my career. I've been studying medicine, but it's been a struggle. I kind of want to go to pilot school to become a pilot. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. What do you think I should do? Stay in med school or go to pilot school? Please help me. I would appreciate it forever. All right, honey, we're going to look at this. So, February 2nd. So, you're already an old soul, that I already know. And you're a, okay, this is going to answer a lot here. You're a 10 of spades. 10 of spades comes to work. They work their ass off. I find them as doctors. And then I often find not only as doctors, and then they go into doing something else. I wonder if you will do both. And I don't mean to confuse you, but it wouldn't surprise me. Stay in medical school and then probably take pilot classes, and then maybe you'll be flying your own planes to help people that need, medicine or help. You're young. You're only born in 95, so you're young here. And you have an extraordinary life path. And I'm going to say you're a very old soul, honey, and you're going to do a lot of great good in the world, a lot of great good in the world. And here is a car. This is funny. Practice moderation. So I don't know how you practice moderation and do both, but keep your, energy up. I'm proud of you, and I don't even know you. I think that's amazing. I think it's amazing. You're going to do great things in the world. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Miss Silver, 41. I would love a card, please. Feeling lost right now. Bringing in money. If date of birth is 11:30. So 11:30 is a 3 of hearts. And a 3 of hearts, there was a lot of energy between these eclipses right now. So you might be feeling a little lost. It's what I talked about on the show on Monday. There's this kind of void right now of some depression and some anxiety and some feeling lost. But we all will get, if you can get comfortable with this just for a period of time, it changes. It changes. But let me get you a card anyway, okay? And this is for you, Ma Silver. Feel joy in all you do. And I think if you can recalibrate yourself with the feeling of joy, you can do amazing things. Amazing things. Okay. Missy Jade, I lost my partner in a tragic circumstance and I'm finding it so hard to move on. Honey, I'm so sorry. So I'm actually doing a chapter about that in my book, which please God, I'm going to be finished by the end of the year. That's my goal. And I talk about that actually about when there's a tragic ending, and it's often very hard to move on because the trauma, it's like a complicated trauma. It's complicated grief. It's tragic circumstances and then the loss. And so you would be dealing with all of this, and then fear can set in and worry and all kinds of things. I know that your partner does not want you to worry, and I'm going to give you a card for that. I know that this partner does not want you to worry. And your birthday is, look, it's written that way. So you're probably not from around the United States, but I'm going to say April 25th. I hopefully that is right. And April 25th is a 9 of clubs. 9 of clubs comes to complete things. It complete things. And I know it's hard to move on with that. Be gentle on yourself. First of all, be very gentle on yourself and let it, and grief comes in waves, particularly when there's been this sudden tragic loss. It's really hard, isn't it? I'm always amazed how people survive just in general in this place. Honestly, I'm amazed by it. But here's a card for you, honey. Oh, okay. Here's what he says. Remember me by the happy memories we created. So you might want to make sure you get a picture of that, honey. Okay. And I'm really getting this from him. I have chills everywhere. Okay. Just remember that. He wants you to remember the happy times. And our loved ones do. Our loved ones, even if they pass in the craziest of circumstances, they never feel pain. The body already slipped out. Okay. And if you were wondering about that, soul's already gone like that. That's a hard one, isn't it? Oh, Wendy Conrad Belaski, my beloved Boston Terrier Jesse had Cushing's disease. Oh my God, am I giving him the proper treatment? I want to do right by him. Well, here's what I want to say. I don't have the answer to that, but here's what I do want to say is Tammy Hendricks, and Tammy, if you're watching out here, Tammy has all the answers to all of that. And she does a show, I think it's every 2 weeks, and I'm not sure if it was yesterday or coming up on Wednesdays. And go to her site, tammyhendricks.com. And on Facebook, she has Soul. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting it. But Renee, if you have it, you can put that in the comments too. Okay, Wendy, because Tammy Hendricks is fabulous, great animal communicator, and does a show just on that. And I'll have her on again soon. So thank you for writing, but she's your gal. Brianna Snyder. I haven't watched this in a while. Well, welcome. So happy you have it. Okay. Would love a card. 11/13. So November 13 is a 7 of clubs. 7 of clubs has to watch negative thought, negative thinking. They're always here for spirituality. So a message from your guides is, okay, everyone has value. That's the truth, actually. Even the most negative of people, and even if it's just to teach you, whoa, I've come a long way. I'm not that way. Everybody has a purpose and a value. Um, so Joanne says, no problems with her. She was the best. Wondering how she feels about my sisters and I. Maybe that was it. Maybe she's apologizing for that, Joanne, between you and your sister. It could be. I'm not sure. Okay, Melinda, and this will be my last one, and then I've got to go. My dad passed a year ago. Is there a message he has for me? Let's see, Melinda. Here we go. Tears cleanse the soul. Tears cleanse the soul. Okay. So, everybody, I will be back doing more readings next Thursday. And James and I on Monday have a really interesting show, and it's on Death Doula. I actually had to write this down. Death Doula and the End of Life. Death Doula and the End of Life. It's going to be a really interesting show. So please watch us on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll see you back with me next Thursday. We'll be doing more readings, and I'll do the rest of the astrology for the year. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Renee.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.